Hey guys, it is Brian here. Welcome back to our Cardiff City Career Mode series for FIFA 14. This is episode 6, and we got 2 games for you in today's episode. Starting off with a game here against Port Vale in the Capital One Cup. So we got relatively easy matchup in the first round there, or at least the first round for us. Now moving on to this round here, we got another team that is in the League 2 there. So a side that we can hopefully have a good game against here and, you know, maybe make it less tight than we did against Newport there. And after that, we'll play against Fulham as well. And while we're getting this episode started, I want to give you guys an idea of what I'm going to be doing for this series going forward. I'm going to be doing, I guess, a channel update maybe in regards to what I've got plans going ahead for this series and other series on the channel. But for you guys specifically that are interested in the Cardiff City series, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing 2-game episodes like this, so sometimes they'll be a little bit longer, sometimes they'll be a little bit shorter, depending on, you know, how much content's in each episode. But that'll leave a little bit more room for me to make sure that I can get them up every couple of days. And also, I guess it was the past week or so, my whole family's been sick. I've, you know, been fighting sickness as well. I've been able to get some videos up from time to time, but it's been something that's a little bit more sporadic, and it sucks because this really is the time of the year I know that a lot of you guys want to see as much as you can. But the one positive I got out of all that was that I was able to just kind of sit on my bed a couple days because I was just recovering and, you know, was out of it. But at the same time, too, I was like, hey, you know what? The one thing that I can do to kind of push this forward is I'm going to play some FIFA 14. I played a lot of FIFA 14. I've now officially moved, I think, all the way into April or March for this series. So that's a lot of games recorded, and I'm going to be going through the games, going to be recording them, editing them, and, you know, actually doing the commentary for them as well. So that's going to take a bit of time to get that all out. But the idea is here is I have a lot backed up for this too, and that's going to be something that's going to hopefully help me get these out every couple of days and keep it coming for you guys too. And I'm not going to be spoiler heavy on what's going to be happening in the future. I'm going to be, you know, taking it game by game so you guys can get an idea of that. But we'll talk about, you know, each area of the season as we go along, and if you guys want to recommend stuff, obviously it's going to be a little bit harder because, you know, I'm going to have like 10 or 15 games under the belt right here where, you know, I can't really take requests for stuff, at least initially. So it's going to be a little bit hard in regards to that, but the thing that you guys can see is you can see the growth and the changes in the team, and this game here was a really big game from Cornelius here, as I was using Fraser Campbell. Fraser Campbell kind of seemed like the guy that maybe I was going to have as the starter for us in that striking role for Cardiff City. And after playing with him a bit, I've really decided that Cornelius is going to be the guy I'm going to go with, and Fraser Campbell and Nicky Maynard are going to be guys that get spotted in every once in a while, but are really not going to get that much time. And with a team like Cardiff City, I wanted to make sure that I was going to be having a starting 11, and, you know, rotating it from time to time, bringing in players, you know, to fill holes and make sure that players are still happy, but a lot of other points too. I'm going to be really trying to keep the starting 11 as a starting 11 and really building up that confidence and form within those players too. As, you know, this team only has so many good players, we want them to be at the best that they can possibly be. And you're going to see that over time here as we build up this squad. You can see in this game, went up 2-0, 2 goals from Cornelius there. And Odemwingie had a couple chances really to put this game way out of reach, but he wasn't able to do that. And that's the other thing too, that, you know, there's obviously points where for me, Joe Mason in this game was another player that, you know, I haven't given any chance this far into the season. He had an amazing game. Can't really show in the highlights there, but he was just running up and down the wings. I didn't have him in the striking role. I let Cornelius play there and had him on the wing, but he was just a little fire rocket going back and forth. So he got the second start here against Fulham as well, which he didn't have as good of a game in, but that's kind of the way that I play this, you know, at least as realistic as I possibly can, where someone's hot, you know, I'm going to give them as much chance to play as possible, and if they're not, you know, playing the way that I want them to play, then they're going to get some time on the bench. And that doesn't mean that they're a bad player, and that doesn't mean that they're going to get, you know, shelled for the rest of the season. It's just, you know, riding the players that are really working for you. And at least initially, I think the other thing that I had as well was that I was not having a lot of success with Kim in that attacking mid role. And I do give him starts, obviously, but you can see there that I was actually playing around with the idea of putting Odemwingie in the middle and just trying to find, you know, a little bit more of that just energy up the middle and see if I can get something to go. But early on in this game here, we got a great chance. I can actually see this happening quite a bit in the season where, you know, you can actually create the opportunity there. But Odemwingie again, right into the chest of the keeper. But a crazy header there from Jordan Much as he's able to put that one away. And I was surprised by that. I was just like, I saw that the ball was landing to him. I was actually going for more maybe a pass than anything. But it went all the way into the net, and I was like, all right, there we go, we got a goal. But the one thing that was a little bit unfortunate about that is that goal came 4 minutes into the game, And the way, at least initially, that I was playing with Cardiff is I didn't have a lot of confidence to start this season. There was points here where I was like, okay, we're just going for the draw. We're just going to try and get some points. So we got the 1-0 lead in this game, and you can really see from these highlights, at least for the first half here, that the pressure just gets put on. That was the one chance I got after that, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to let this chance go away. I'm going to take the shot from Bellamy there, even though it's a really long, awkward angle. That's another thing too that's really kind of opened up for me as I've played through a little bit more of the season, is I've gotten more comfortable with, finding my way through the D. And that was something that at the beginning of this I was really having a struggle with. It's, playing a new game, playing a new style, and really getting comfortable with how you're going to get through that, how you're going to, break through the walls of the defense. And initially there's points where we score some nice goals, but they're really like, oh, that's just threading the needle to get that opportunity there. And, later on we'll get some more chances, and you'll see it starting to open up a little bit more for both sides, because early on this season we do great defensively. I really feel like we shut the door as best we can, but it also means that we don't score that much for ourselves either. Berbatov there nearly getting a chance, but pretty much this whole game kind of related into them getting all these chances and, just not being able to put away, but us just holding on, trying to get those 3 points out of this game. You can see there Kim coming on for Mason, who, like I said, didn't have the best second game here, but there were chances. There were really good opportunities. I was surprised that he didn't take the shot there, Trap, but he almost got a chance there, and almost a penalty as well, but luckily not. Here in the 82nd minute, though, you're going to see a flash from Kim, a flash of brilliance. It almost happened, almost worked, hit that bar, came down right on the line. I thought that was going to be a beautiful goal, but it didn't go in, and we're going to pay for it here, too. I was trying to keep it out, trying to head it away of Kalker there, but because I didn't have the proper footing, it went over my head. Radiega right there to get the loose ball, puts it away, and in the 89th minute, 1 goal at the very beginning of the game and 1 goal at the very end to make this a draw, unfortunately. And you're going to see actually one more highlight here, as Darren Bent is away, and that could have been just heartbreaking if we gave up 2 goals in the last couple minutes there. But yeah, luckily for us this game, well, not luckily, because we could have gotten that win there, which would have been really nice, but we get the draw, which is still pretty good. And that's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And like I said, we'll have these out every couple of days. I'll try to be rotating of the Vancouver Canucks series. I'm going to be really focusing on specific series because I'm not going to have as much time as I wanted to create content. But you can let me know what you want to see, and then I can really use that data, if you will, to figure out what are the series I'm going to try and rotate as much as I can. But by rotating, I'm planning to, have specific stuff that maybe I do repetitively, every couple of days or so, but really get deep with those series and try and give you guys as much as I can. But that's what I'm going to try and do. Let me know in the comments what you want to see, and I'll see you guys in episode 7. Cheers.
West Ham United with 1 point. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Crystal Palace with 5 points. Third bottom, Sunderland with 5 points. Fourth bottom, Aston Villa with 5 points. Fifth bottom, Swansea City with 5 points.